Good morning. We've got some sunshine in Springfield, but it's a little bit deceptive if you look out the window. It's still cold out there this morning. It is 23 degrees right now on southerly winds at 8 miles per hour. Temperatures are at 30 degrees in Branson, 23 in Rowlett, 23 in Fort Leonard Wood, and 21 degrees in Mountain Grove. We have winds out of the south, which will eventually help us warm up today. Before this morning, it's putting those wind chills in the teens. It feels like 14 degrees right now in Springfield, 12 in Rowlett, 15 in Fort Leonard Wood, and 21 is your real feel in Mountain Grove. So cold again out there this morning. Make sure you've got hats, gloves, and scarves as you head out the door. It's again pretty cold out there this morning. By dismissal though, we're getting better with the grades, starting out with a D and then headed up towards an A+, because I think for December it's going to be a pretty nice day. 50 degrees for that high, mostly sunny, much warmer than yesterday and closer to our average. So temperatures in the upper 40s and lower 50s won't be terrible for December. Overnight we dip into the 30s, and then by tomorrow we're looking at temperatures still in the upper 40s and lower 50s. Again, might feel a little bit cool out there, but still not bad for this time of year. We're looking at sunshine again on Thursday with some steady south winds. A couple of clouds on Friday and temperatures in the 50s. So quiet through the rest of the work week. Then what we're looking at is our next big storm Sunday into Monday. Could start out as a rain or a mix late Sunday, then a mix to snow maybe Sunday night into Monday, and then we're dry, just cold on Tuesday. What we'll need to hone in on is the differences in temperature will mean differences in precipitation type. So it's too early for details on what kind of precipitation. Will it be mostly rain or snow, or who gets snow, and how much. We've got to pin that down better, and we'll do that this week. So stay tuned for the latest on that forecast. I'm Joe Warren.
A person has been charged in the death of a missing Lawrence County man. 54-year-old Ray Freiling of Monette is accused of shooting Coy Cole and burning his body. He faces charges of first-degree murder, armed criminal action, abandonment of a corpse, and tampering with evidence. Sheriff Brad DeLay tells us that deputies followed leads involving Cole's vehicle, cell phone, and financial records. And after interviewing people, they eventually served a search warrant on a property owned by Freiling. There, they found a body in a burn pile, and DeLay believes those remains are of Cole, although more testing is still needed.
We did find some human remains, but right now those remains cannot be identified. We are conducting an autopsy, sending some of the remains to different labs to try and find something. So while we haven't identified this as our missing person right now, there is a chance, due to a lot of the leads in the investigation that we've conducted, this could be it. We just can't confirm or deny that at this point.
A statement points to a second suspect as well, but no charges are filed against that person yet. Police say that person was present at the time Cole was shot and later used Cole's debit card at a bank.
It's your right to know. Police in Mountain View, Arkansas are looking for a woman accused of Social Security fraud. State attorneys have indicted 46-year-old Laura Oglesby. They say Oglesby stole someone's personal information and used it to apply for a Social Security card 3 separate times. The indictment also says Oglesby used the person's identity to sign a student loan from a university. Police need your help finding her, so if you know anything at all, you're asked to call your local authorities.
You may have seen or been to Sky Zone in Springfield, but the location off of Kansas Expressway has put up signs saying it's no longer open. For the last 5 years, the building has been the home to a wall-to-wall trampoline park. We still don't know the exact reason for the closure, although the news leader is reporting the company failed to respond to a $120,000 lawsuit that was filed earlier this year. Sky Zone posted on Facebook it's in the process of refunding anyone who had previously booked events there.
We have some medical news now. When a patient arrives at a hospital with a stroke or a heart attack, every second is crucial. That's why 3 Rural Mercy hospital locations nearby received a grant to vamp up telemedicine equipment. Instead of transferring patients to Springfield, these hospitals can call a specialist in St. Louis. The entire grant was almost $500,000 given to 9 communities in 4 states. Staff at Mercy explains how the grant will upgrade their equipment.
Cardiology, I mean, there's ortho, there's so many capabilities that we could have with telemedicine that we don't have now.
The ability for them to actually listen to the patient.
And wound care, we get patients that come in with a burn, which we just had today. It would be really nice to be able to telemedicine in with the burn doctors, the trauma doctors, so they can see exactly what the burn looks like, exactly how bad they're burnt versus just taking our word for it.
There is a minute-and-a-half demonstration on how the telestroke machine works on our website, ozarksfirst.com.
Also in your education coverage, Springfield Public Schools Board of Education met with local lawmakers to plan priorities heading to the 2020 session. The SPS board's main priority is funding, namely for school transportation. Springfield Senator Lincoln Huff says when he's in Jeff City, he's always happy to help Missouri's public education.
The big number that's hanging out there is the school transportation funding formula. And currently, we as a state are behind, quite frankly, and I'm looking forward to hopefully making some inroads there with the transportation funding. We know how important these public schools are, not just in Springfield, but around the state, and we want, I mean, myself specifically, I want to do whatever I can to support them.
The district is also urging the General Assembly to strengthen laws controlling tax abatement programs. SPS says that'll allow districts to have greater control over revenue sources. Remember, the 2020 legislative session starts at the beginning of the new year.
A local lawmaker is asking state officials not to put that statue way up there of a Roman goddess back on top of the Capitol building. State Rep Mike Moon from Ash Grove wrote to Governor Mike Parson claiming the statue of Ceres is a false god and should not be displayed on the Capitol dome. The state took Ceres down last year for renovations and repairs. She was unveiled last week for people to see up close before she's put back on the dome Monday. Ceres is the Roman god of agriculture and has been on top of the Capitol since 1924.
All right, Fort Leonard Wood is filled with Christmas trees as part of this year's Trees for Troops program.
Color 10's Nija McDonald visited the military post and shares this story. Nija, good morning.
Good morning, Lauren and Joe. Well, Trees for Troops works to bring a little Christmas spirit to military families across our nation, including right here in the Ozarks. This week, hundreds of Christmas trees were unloaded at Fort Leonard Wood. Trees for Troops provides free Christmas trees to military families. Megan O'Donohue with Army MWR says the program started as a way to thank the brave men and women who serve our country. Donahue says the holidays can be challenging for soldiers and their families.
This definitely brings a little bit of back home to the Christmas and the holiday times. You know, you get a little camaraderie with those around us that are here getting trees and get to have a little normalcy.
Well, over 200,000 trees have been delivered to servicemen and women since Trees for Troops began 14 years ago.
All right, Nija McDonald this morning, thank you very much. We do have a look at what's trending right now. Something just in right now. Time announces its Person of the Year.
Greta Thunberg is the teenager who's a Swedish climate activist. You might know she's had some quarrels with the president over Twitter, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
And made a name for herself, really, but she has just been announced as Time's 2019 Person of the Year.
She is 16 years old, previously sailed across the Atlantic to attend the UN's Climate Action Summit.
Very well spoken.
Yeah. We'll have some milder temperatures today, 50 degrees by dismissal, sunny and warmer. Quiet through Friday with temperatures in the lower 50s.
All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Enjoy the sunrise. Have yourself a good Wednesday.